Sorry.
Welcome. You're looking live at the Calamity Jones Hour. I am the Miss Mandy Jones, Miss Calamity herself. And next to me, as always, in spirit, my husband, Glenn. Today, we have quite a guest for you. He's the oldest guest, and I don't mean by age. I've had a bunch of old fuckers up in this bitch. He is the oldest friend that I've ever had on this show. So this is we're breaking the internet right now. Please share the show. If you found the show, share the show. And if you really love me, what you'll do is you'll go to YouTube and you will subscribe to, it's that way, it's this way, it's always this way, Mandy Jones the Comedian, at Mandy Jones the Comedian. That's where you can find the three things. The stand-up I do, I'm a stand-up comedian, and I host two podcasts. One is every Wednesday. It's called The Wildflowers. Me and Bonnie Scalisi, another little wacky comedian. We have all different guests on, and we have different topics. Where both these shows are live interactive podcasts. So if you talk shit to us via Facebook Live, we will interact with you back. So let's get to it. This is the 16th episode of the show. No, I already said that. This is the 17th episode of the show. 16th already happened. That was humoring. 17th episode of the show, and it is December 4th, 2020. Guys, we're going to make it through 2020. We're going to make it. I can't fucking wait. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the last time I'm going to whore myself out, just for tonight. All right, guys. I'm going to bring on my friend, and now yours, a connoisseur of all things, Mr. Dan Offner. Welcome.
I didn't expect the applause.
Welcome. Oh, I woo and applaud everyone. That's what comedians do. We live off woos. So of course you're getting a woo and applaud. And like I said, everyone that's been on this show has been through the comedy industry, or I did have a friend, Zach, who's a tattoo artist, but I've only known him a day. Compared to me and you, we went to school together. That's how we met. We went to college together. So this isn't the first time that you've been at my house. I was like, bring your jammies.
Yeah, but we go way back.
We go way back. So, and I feel like we've grown as adults since we've met each other, from 20 to 30, you grow quite a fucking bit.
I'm actually wearing something that a mutual friend of ours gave me.
Oh, I love that you're repping Big Sky, Montana. Yes.
Although I messaged our mutual friend in Montana and asked him if he heard of the CBS show. I don't know. I keep seeing promos for it all over.
Okay, I haven't heard of it.
Okay, yeah. So apparently it's like some new murder mystery, whatever you want to call it, a CBS primetime drama.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently he's like, oh, you mean that stupid show,
That's
What
Will?
I mean? Yeah, basically that show.
But wait, is it based on where he lives? Is it supposed to be based on where he?
It's supposed to.
It's like the OC,
yeah,
his town.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, poor Zane.
It's like, if you could, why would you pick a place like that to just we're just picking spots in America now to host these garbage TV shows? We're just gonna title them.
We're gonna just fucking overrun your town, and it's gonna actually be a set that we're not gonna have to build.
Yeah,
because your town looks great.
We got Fargo. We got let's just make all the crappy little towns a TV show. Why not?
They should really just be doing TV shows in regular towns. I mean, I think enough is going on without writing behind it.
You can't. Well, I guess you can't technically do a TV show right now in New York City because
there's not people in New York City.
Yeah, right.
That's one of them. I mean, I do think it's gonna be I'm gonna be doing this. I was gonna say Ollie fucking down fucking Times Square. Would it be cool to longboard down Times Square right now?
It would probably be I want to we should get a surfboard, and when it snows or something, somebody should just shred down Times Square or something. That'd be cool.
I'm fucking for it. Any men willing to shovel snow in Times Square for me to surf down that shit? Because let's get that fucking shit going. Lou Prats, what up? David Lange, the Colonel, what up? Thank you for the compliment before. You're telling me I'm not stupid because I said that on the live that you are much smarter than me. And he was like, oh, I was like, but that's not saying much. I was like, I'm an uninformed.
What do you mean I'm smarter than you? Since when?
Are you kidding? I'm so uninformed. You are so smart. Are you kidding?
I know.
We're not going to have this argument on air.
I know,
but you're definitely smarter than me.
I know what's going on in the news, if that's what you mean, but I'm not.
That's part of being smart.
Knowing
what's going on secularly is part of being smart, and I am not at all. And
I guess this year has been like everybody knows everything this year, so I'm just like, you know what I mean?
know everybody's a journalist. I was actually literally just telling my little brother-in-law. He said he's not ready. He said, I think I can go back to Facebook now because the election's over. I said, no, they're not over until it's over. It's not over until the fat lady. They're not done. Nobody's done.
I can't believe this either.
Nobody's done. And I said, you know what? All I get is fucking Triscuit ads and fucking
oh, that's great.
And comedians.
I would love that.
Look, Triscuit ads, comedians, and people who are just like, wake up and fucking seize the day. Those are all my friends. That's all because everybody else I unfollow. Not because it's because I don't want to see hate. Everybody, because after the George Floyd murder, people were live streaming, and I don't have cable, and I was watching it. And it's breaking my heart, and fear is incited in me because I'm thinking that and everybody's watching it like I'm gonna get the murder on tape, like fucking sickos.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will say this, the cameras and stuff in our phones have changed the game in terms of like just how wired we are now.
Right, yeah.
We're all in the system. We're all wired all the time.
You're not going anywhere ever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you think like fingerprints was scary, like getting fingerprinted.
Look at this, and you're fucking fucked.
Look at this. It opens if I look at it. How does it do that? It knows my face. It's stealing my identity.
I don't use Siri ever, and she'll be like, what did you say? And I'm like, I was not talking to you. I've never addressed you ever. Like, why are you, like, butting in right now? And it's always something very sketchy and strange.
Siri's always trying to help you when you're butt dialing. She's like the most useless butt dial person ever. Hi, I called Siri, and it's like, hey, can you please tell me how the hell I can turn you off? And it's like, it'll start giving me examples. I Googled how to turn someone off on Google, and that's not what I asked. So it's like...
She's like, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
You've bought me. I am an iPhone X10. I live with you now. Yeah, we're in too deep with Apple. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right?
We're in too deep. They have too much shit.
It's not just everything. It's crazy, though. Like, Apple secretly right now owns the music industry. That's the best part. Like, they
oh, yeah, let's talk about, like, how you're actually smart. All right, so how do they secretly own the hip-hop industry? I mean, I'm not doubting it.
Not just hip-hop. They own every bit of music.
Because iTunes... They were just like, give me all the music. We can afford it.
iTunes made it.
So how's Spotify using it? How's Spotify playing tunes? How am I playing tunes?
So it's either you have iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, whatever you have, whatever service.
What the fuck is Tidal? You pay for that?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I am a Tidal subscriber. Yeah, I do.
And what kind of music is it?
It's the same. It's
music.
Music. I get
various genres of music. Other music platforms,
I will say this because it's so Tidal was originally I think partially owned or something like that by Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z owns like some part of it.
Okay, because he owns like everything.
And then there's also the fact that Prince, before he died, one of the things that somebody said because they saw the quality of the music.
Okay.
So it was like hi-fi streaming audio. So basically, like, just because of the quality of music, he was like, everybody in the world's going to have this someday. And he knew right away that right now was going to happen. So that's crazy.
Yeah. You know, people that, like, can understand and see potential in the internet that doesn't exist yet is fucking wild. Like, Black Mirror, that show is, like, hit or miss per episode because the directors are different or the writers of the shows are different. But, like, that, I watched, I don't know what the fuck the movie was that we watched the other night was called. But I was like, yo, like, It's not. Oh, Ready Player One, and it's in 2045. And first of all, it's like everyone's trailers are just like stacked up. There's fucking garbage, and you fucking put on your virtual glasses, and that's you go and you fucking play with your friends in virtual land.
Yeah.
Where there's not garbage and there's not fucking bullshit, and you could be skinny and you could be fat and you could be a big person. You could fucking.
I get that with like the video games and the Oculus and all that crazy stuff.
You're not a gamer though.
Oh,
wait a minute. You are a gamer. Okay, you got consoles? What kind of consoles you packing?
One. I don't have a PS5. Everybody who's like, hey, did you buy?
Anybody who's thinking of robbing Dan right now, he does not have a fucking PS5.
No, seriously though, I wish.
Hanukkah present, please.
Yeah,
Mom and Dad.
Nah, honestly, there's better things to spend my money on than that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And you know what, Hugh, my guest last week, he does a gaming podcast. He's a gamer. He's all into trying to make money with this shit. And he was saying how like it's not even fun, like because he'll work a day and then have and come home, and then there's 13-year-olds who have been just training all day playing the video game because they have nothing. They're working virtually from home.
Better to do,
They have nothing, and they're just fucking belittling you. Calling you names because you're a fucking grown-ass person with not enough time to get good at the game.
That was like the best part of playing the games as a kid, though.
Yeah, was winning.
Was playing Call of Duty and having some British guy yell at you like, "Oi, where'd this kid come from?" And then you just be like,
"Yeah, I'm fucking right here, motherfucker." Respawn.
You just be like, "Yo, I came from behind you, motherfucker." Click, and then like that's it. You know what I mean? Like you that. Back, I feel like the drop mic thing was done via Xbox Live, like first. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
I feel like somebody was just like, you know what, like Leroy Jenkins, motherfucker, and then just like that's it, and then.
Well, Xbox Sign Off is still one of the funniest names. You've seen those clips, right?
No.
Okay, so somebody made their username Xbox Sign Off or Sign Out, whatever the fuck it is, because it can listen to you, and if you say Xbox Sign Out, it shuts your shit off. And so they'd be like, "Fuck you, Xbox Sign Out," and I'd be like, "Ah!" So anytime there's like a fucking curse, I was like, "Oh my god, that's fucking genius!"
That's like going back and playing Pokemon now, but changing his name to Ass instead of Ash every time you played. So it's like Ass caught a Pokemon. What did Ass catch? Oh, Ass caught this. Ass caught that.
It's like it's like how my cousin's grandma used to add "in bed" into every fortune cookie. You can read any fortune cookie and "in bed" after. It's just fucking hilarious.
I've never tried that, but now I'm going to have to.
Now you're gonna have to do that. If anybody's got a fortune cookie lying around your house, fortune in your wallet,
write a fortune cookie on the Facebook. Please give us like an easy fortune cookie so we can add this and try this.
If I was more of a psycho, I have a tin of fortunes in my house. But I'm not going to leave this setting.
No, we'll do that after. We're
not going to do that on air. But we will post some, actually. How about that? We'll do that. You were an editor at one point. I'm interested in your journalism background and, like, the stories that mesmerized you. Were there any stories that, like, grabbed you like without you knowing it? Like, was there anything that you got like involved in that like you were like, oh my god, I'm part of the story? Well, that's like I've become a part of the joke with comedy, so I can only imagine writing stories that are real.
First of all the time. I mean, local news.
Fucking all the time, all day, every day.
I mean, local news. You're on the ground. You're right next to these people, and if you see somebody like. It's just like if you see somebody struggling with like holding a bag of groceries or something, you know what I mean? You're gonna go and help them.
Right. Okay.
It's sort of like that kind of instinct. It's not so much like I'm watching somebody get. Everybody thinks it's like I'm watching somebody get shot or something like that, and that's not what it is. I'm not going around chasing ambulances. This is not that Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Nightcrawler, which is a great movie. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Shout out to the fucking Gyllenhaal.
And there are real people. By the way, I've met those types of people. Those guys,
fucking sickos.
They're great people, but they're nuts. They're a little nuts.
It's like tornado chasing. Like
you have to be a certain kind of crazy to want to follow an ambulance and see a dead body again, because you know what the outcome's going to be. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
like
not going
you
to be
know,
good.
yeah, right, exactly. Like that guy's not looking good. Like
Yeah,
he's not smiling.
yeah.
Like,
It's like it. You know what I mean? And I feel like after all this COVID stuff, I feel like you would think that that would be more of a job actually, but it's funny to me because
they're
I
like
think
non-essential stuff. They're like, we'll shoot at you if you
every
fucking take a
every
picture
you
of
know what it
us.
is. Everybody's probably so afraid that they're just like, you know what,
I'm just gonna get fucking
screw it.
shot. I might as well get drafted at this fucking point.
They're just like, screw it. I don't want to get COVID. I'm not gonna go right onto the gurney with everybody else because I
I'm
don't
not
want.
going onto the grounds to talk about how fucked this is. Everybody's on Facebook already giving their goddamn opinion.
I'm not taking off my mask to run into. Hello, can you tell me like that? Like, no, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
tell me what's going on down here. You see these kids building a giant mound of snow in the Times Square. How do you feel about this? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Looks like you might be sick. Like, seriously, like, what is there even going on? Is that how you feel? Or do you feel like, because I think I saw a fucking journalist have like an existential crisis at the beginning of this year because he was just like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like he like couldn't lie and like couldn't like hold it.
Real talk. This has been like the hardest year for broadcast journalism. Shout out to everybody at News 12 because you have been doing a fucking awesome job,
Oh,
and
good.
I just want to say that.
There we go. Someone informed can tell. I can applaud News 12 because Dan said it's fucking.
They've been, because they have taken. I watched these guys take so much bullshit from these Trump supporters. First of all, they're not wearing masks. They're spitting in people's faces. They're like.
This is like the complete opposite of what we're supposed to be doing right now.
And these journalists
are literally risking their life for like, look at this.
Well,
look at how crazy it is.
It's not even risking their life. You know, you never.
But to get spit on by people who can have a virus is risking your life.
More or less, yeah. But what I'm saying is like just the hostility.
Right.
From
for
some
the
of these
gang,
people.
and it's that gang mentality. It's not me and you are fine,
right.
But when it's me and you and all our buds and a fucking police officer, we might start stomping fucking.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. It turns. It turns quickly.
When the cops get involved, then you're fucked.
Because people, well, no, and it's just because it heightens everybody's anger, everybody's fear.
Right. And I don't want to like hate on police either, because it's
yeah,
hard.
I do that enough on this show.
Listen, it's hard. I get it.
They're working a job.
It's a job. Just like, you know, but that's the thing though. It's a job.
But you also knew what job you were doing. Like, I know what job I'm doing. And like every day I like go to my job knowing what I'm doing.
Right. But that's the thing. Like you can't let your conscience, you can't sell that for whatever amount of money you're going to get extra.
Right.
You know, oh, you're going to work overtime tonight. You're going to work a double shift or something. You're going to be an asshole for the second half of your shift through the whole thing. Well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't be working overtime. You know what I mean? Like some of this stuff is obvious to people too. What's crazy is and I
this is why you're smarter than I am, because it's not smart. It's not obvious to a lot of people, unfortunately. Like yeah, no, I'll work the overtime. I'll crash the vehicle because I'm so fucking tired. Like
yeah, it's like if you're tired, if you're not only if you're tired, but
or just don't want to be there.
Right. If you're just like plain like. If you're just a plain asshole for no reason, I just didn't want to like say it like that because I don't like to curse too much, but I've been cursing a lot.
We don't have a better word for it at this point.
Unfortunately, there's been a lot of crazy shit that's going on this year, and
yeah, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I think personally, nationally, globally, 2020, we fucking put us on the map, yo. Fucking everybody had a crazy fucking year.
Yeah.
And like that's why I'm so thankful that like I'm ending it like with a friend at the table. Like that I've had friends at the table because it's like this shit keeps me going because it's knowing that people are She says, haha, the hostility is what Taz is saying. But like these people showing up and they're joking with us / having their own conversations. You know, it's like it gives me like I feel like I have like a little bit of purpose. And that's what 2020 was kind of about for people. Like finding out what's important to you, like seeing your family is important, being healthy is important, like just even like just having a job, you know, you just get thankful for like any little thing you have, like, oh god, I have a place that I can shut the door and I have privacy behind.
It's
like,
funny because this year has been trying, and we do have to be grateful, we do have to be thankful because we're alive, we're healthy.
Right, exactly. Not everybody made it through 2020, you know, and so many people lost loved ones that are so close to them and like didn't get to do the proper thing that people do how humans usually mourn. They didn't get to do that. This
has been like, I mean, I'm not just gonna say it's been a tough year, but it's been an interesting year too, because a lot of people have adapted, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do comedy shows in my backyard. Like, fucking fuck it, you know?
Yo, I heard that was amazing, by the way. Everybody who came to that's awesome.
Yeah, you know, Dan's always like wants to support me, wants to get out there, but he's a busy fucking man, and that's how the best of friends are. It's like,
so first of all,
I know you, in your heart, you would have been at every show. I know in spirit, you're at every show, like times 10.
And I know that I've been trying to drag Mandy onto my show. So I also do a radio show.
Yeah, exactly. Let's plug your shit for a second. How can we find you on the internet? Because like you're not just a natural.
You don't want to follow me on the internet, do you?
Yeah,
I guess
we do. Come on, this is your chance to plug yourself.
All right.
Come on, plug it.
It's at Dan Offner on pretty much everything.
Okay, cool. And are you a tweeter? Do you tweet?
Tweeter, it's at Daniel Offner, my full name.
Okay.
And then
we got him up here. His shit, his names.
And then everybody should go and follow my DJ, who's incredible.
Okay.
I have an incredible DJ on the We Get Hype show. Everybody should go follow DJ at DJ Destiny Lady Maestro. It's a long one.
But you know what? Dan is going to send me all the info. You'll
will.
Personally DM me all the info, and then we'll share it and get it to you guys so everyone could fucking not have to write that down. You just share it, like it, fucking plug that shit.
Follow B-Box Radio in Brooklyn.
There you go.
They're awesome. Brooklyn Community Radio. Follow Ozzy. Follow Taj. I'll give you all their apps.
Give me all the tags because Calamity.Jones is a collective,
and we'll be here all day with ats and this and dots and this, and so I know.
We could just do a spelling bee right here for the rest of the fucking hour. There's a couple of little things that I did make notes about, even though you're my friend and we have I do want to joke about
There's notes.
There's a couple of notes. I'm a professional. I'm the only fucking professional here. No, I do want to laugh about the time that Dan was scheduled to come over and text me, oh my God, I overslept. My power went out. So his power nap was powerless. He woke up, he went to sleep during the day and then woke up powerless in the night.
I forgot about that.
And was late to my house, and I was like, dude, just come over. You have no power. I have power at my house. Like, why would you hang out in the dark at your house? Yo. And you wrote back, you go, I feel like I just robbed myself because you like packed a bag, because I was like, stay at my house at least. Like, we don't know if you're gonna have lights tonight.
I don't even I forgot about this completely.
I forgot about that until you called me and said I'm running late, and I was like, oh, fucking powerless power naps? Yeah, fucking hilarious, dude. I was like, that's fucking great. I feel like I've just robbed myself. When I got that fucking text back, I was like, oh my God, like, it's fucking hilarious. Because, like, with a flashlight, getting, like, your own clothes and, like, fucking shit together.
It was so weird. It was so weird.
Rummaging around.
It was like trying... It's like trying to find...
And plus,
you know where everything is.
And plus, nap, you have no sense of time, space, and now you don't even have a clock to figure out what's
You
going
want you
on.
want to hear a good one? Because I have a former boss. If he's watching this, I don't even know, but I don't
Well,
care.
sorry, we're not gonna say
No,
your
no,
fucking name.
he's a cool dude,
All right.
and he was super cool about this situation. He was cracking up laughing actually because this was hilarious. It was just me being an idiot. So I fell asleep and I woke up like I took a nap in like the middle of the day. I was exhausted. I took a nap at like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. I just got home and I just
Yeah, exactly. Just
yeah.
like one of those like.
And I woke up at 8:30. And I thought I was 8:30 in the morning.
Late for work.
So I call my boss and I go, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm on my way right now. I'm on my way out the door. I'm so sorry. He's like, okay. It's okay. Dan, what time do you think it is? It says 8:30.
Dan, what year is it? Are you having a fucking concussion?
Said it's 8:30. He said, it's 8:30 p.m.
So yeah, an hour ago.
Oh my God.
You've been napping for 15 minutes. No, but that's well, one of the best memes is like the lady with her hair all disheveled. It's like feeling like you woke up late for the bus, even though you're like fucking 40, and it's like the girl like fucking like. I never had that fear of being late for the bus. That's not one of my like fears. I just wake up. I do think I'm late for work because I'm an adult.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that was like one of those like waking up, like going to bed and having like a dream where you like basically are in school with your like just in your underwear, and like that's the nightmarish type of turn that you make with that, because you wake up and you're like, holy shit.
Bro, I fucked up.
This is all my fault.
It's all my fault. I was born.
And nothing happened. And it's just like, oh, great. I'm just stupid.
I just went to bed and my brain just went into REM really quickly, actually.
It happens. I'm sure everybody's experienced.
Everybody's hit REM at some point in their life.
Something like this, but I'm sure they have not gone to the extent of calling their boss and being like, shit.
So many people like wake up late to work and don't call their boss like the day of. Like you're like on the way, like I'm calling, like because I texted Glenn, we're starting late, and he's like, have you heard? Like I was like, yeah, he's on his way. Like I told you not to rush and don't kill yourself fucking getting here because it's not fucking worth it. You know, we start fucking 15 minutes late and we fucking end 15 minutes late. It's not the end of the goddamn fucking world. But like it's just like one of those things. It's just funny. I did also want to talk about the fact that you're a fucking awesome artist.
What?
Yeah. Stop it.
What
are you kidding? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you. And you're the only person that I'm interviewing in this room at this moment.
Get the fuck out of here. Thank you.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Your fucking art is really good.
Thank you. I mean, listen.
You're like a stellar fucking artist.
Thank you. I'm still, to me, I'm still like a rookie, because like I'll always be like a rookie.
Well, that's what true artists like.
Yeah.
They hate their shit.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. I hate my shit really bad.
But all your stuff is like, okay, so let's talk art real quick. Dan is, I'm going to say, not obsessed. I'm going to say your influence is like the street art genre. Graffiti.
Yeah, you could call it what it is. It's vandalism.
Well, nothing wrong with a little vandalism.
Yes.
Some
of it's wrong.
I do have a note on here about, I think we could say his name because we're not going to say his full name, but tell me about Feb is the Answer.
Feb is the message. Feb is the message. Oh my God.
Is Feb is the message or Feb is... Because I've seen Feb is the Answer.
Oh my God. So he had... When we were in school, he had a bunch of different stickers.
Okay, so this is a guy that we know. It was Dan's good friend, but I met him mutually.
First of all, if he's watching this, he's going to flip and kill me. Both of those things. Because he's not... First of all, I can't even mention his real name because he's doing his own thing right now. He's not doing graffiti. He's not doing... art right now. I mean, he wants to be, but he's everybody's having a tough year.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got to keep it on the low. Well, he actually
with graffiti, you always got to keep it on the low. If you've ever seen,
it's why I think I want to do it so bad.
Have you ever seen like Wild Style or any of those like graffiti movies? They always they blurred out like half the faces of like the guys.
Yeah, because the guys are like, it's like watching the first like fucking 48. Then I went, then they had the first like blacked out. Yeah, no, it actually, no, it's always been really intriguing to me, the street art. And what's cool about the decals is like you have the decals made up and you just throw them. Like I've seen Feb is the answer.
So my brother is now making decals,
Okay,
stickers.
cool.
Shout out to that.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna want some fucking. I'll hook it up. I'll fucking Venmo you some money. Fucking decals.
By the way, speaking of Venmoing my little brother, I've been telling him. So he just made like.
Actually, if you owe Dan money, then I'll just give it to Dan, and you owe me
he doesn't know.
Fucking stickers.
He doesn't owe me money. I owe him money. I want to get one of his prints. I've been trying to get hit. So he's been doing some really cool artwork.
Okay, all right.
So he's been doing like some graphic design type artwork.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So
can you play on the computer at all with art?
I can, but I do mostly if I do.
I mean, I know I've seen only your hand.
Actually,
I've seen your book.
I've been doing like a music video and stuff like that. So I have been doing like videos and stuff online now.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. So that's fun to play with because that's like layering and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I just directed my first video.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was hearing about it. I didn't know it actually finished and took off.
I'll send you the link.
Yes, hell yes, hell fucking yes, dude.
Man, it's been a wild ride this year. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, dude. Like, I totally forgot. I produced a music video. Hey, baby. We can address the elephant in the room, Glenn.
What's the elephant in the room? Where have you been?
No, Glenn was working. No, Glenn was working. He was actually supposed to be working till 11 and got off early, so he's actually just in time for the off-air hang.
Oh, okay, cool. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because he was upset when he found out he was working till 11. He's like, bullshit. Okay. Like, because he wanted to see you. Like,
how do you think I felt when I found out today? Because we planned this in advance. I was like, oh, today happens to be my longest shift today. Oh my God, of course it is. It just happens to be because that's just the way it is.
Well, it's Murphy's Law. I started writing a joke about Murphy's Law. Like, if you want your husband to shave his balls, like, just bleach the bathroom floor.
Jesus Christ.
And if you want it to rain, just wash your dog. Like, seriously. Because you wash your dog, it's fucking raining that day or the next day. And your husband or significant other will feel in a very clean bathroom the urge to fucking...
Can we go back to the bleach thing? Can somebody hit rewind for a second?
If you bleach your bathroom, balls will be shaved in that bathroom within the next 24 hours without redemption, without being cleaned up. Back to your brother. He's having you and your brother have a great relationship, which is great to see.
Yeah.
And you guys are close in age, so you should be beating the shit out of each other. Did you beat the shit out of each other growing up?
Yeah. Until the day that
you got physical, because me and my brother
all the time. Until the day that
yeah, all the fucking time.
Until the day that he decided I'm gonna stand up to him and whatever. And so he grabs like. Now, mind you,
he brandished a weapon.
Now, mind you, this wasn't, in a way, it was a weapon. I didn't think it was.
Yeah, anything could be a weapon if you think hard enough.
It was a
if
metal.
You're violent enough.
It was a metal cup with a sharp steel rim.
That's a fucking weapon.
And like.
That was intent. He had intent. It was preemptive.
And he just took the cup and he just went funk and hit me right in the forehead.
Oh, he held on to it? He didn't throw it?
Oh, no, he held on to it and I just had this big gusher like right down the middle of my head.
Oh, what an ass. How old were you about?
This was like the last time I fucked with him. Like, so I'm going to say like, I was gonna.
This is when I learned my lesson.
I'm going to say I was probably around like 15, 16.
But you taught him. You stand up to that bully and they'll leave you alone. That was the big brother lesson. You're like, yeah, I don't want to get hit anymore.
That and more like my brother's
chill out.
My brother's now gonna start grabbing shit and hitting me with it. All right, now the rules don't apply.
I guess I'll be nice.
Yeah. I guess the rules are out the window. You know, so much for you know.
This isn't Nom.
So much for fisticuffs. You know what I mean? We're just gonna grab every weapon and just chuck it at you.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because like my brother, I have two little brothers and one older sister, and like we would yell at each other, but there was like my one little brother's 13 years younger than me, so like I'm never gonna beat up on him. And my other brother that's like 4 years younger than me, I just remember a couple times him getting so upset with himself and me like shaking baby syndrome. Like fucking just shaking. I'm like, just fucking get it to fucking together, dude. Like,
Get your shit together.
put it in a backpack and just get it all fucking together. Rick and Morty fucking shout out, guys. 9 fucking seasons of Morty. I'm getting that fucking sauce. But no, seriously, no, I remember him having a specific meltdown, and it was my parents were divorced and stuff, and seeing him weak like that, it was like, I can't have you fucking falling apart like this on me, bro. Like, you're in my pocket. You're on my team. You know, like you're basically all I got.
I don't even remember what it was that made me and my brothers start getting along. Yes, I do.
Oh, what do you want to tell us? You want to enlighten some brothers and sisters who may not be getting along?
Smoking weed.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go. Because it chills you out, and it actually makes you communicate a little more effectively because it slows you down, and it makes you less.
Actually, it does. Yeah.
It actually makes you less inhibited in that you don't want to maybe some things that felt awkward. This is unprofessional. Who are you getting a call from?
I don't even know.
Well, you can see if it's an emergency or something.
I thought it was, but it wasn't, and I'm sorry about that.
How do you know who it was? Siri told you through your fucking braille?
Siri said it's just some asshole. Turn it off. That's what it said.
Siri said I googled asshole and it's not in the Webster fucking dictionary.
Ignore it.
My dad actually called Siri a bitch one time because my dad's just a fucking asshole, and he's like, "Oh, you fucking bitch," and she goes, "I'm doing my best." And my dad's girlfriend was like, "I'm gonna use that line. That's like a great like when someone's being an asshole to you, I'm doing my best." Like, because really, it's like, well, if you are doing your best, they really shouldn't be mad at you. She's a robot. She's doing her fucking best.
That's true. I'm just gonna say that people get mad at everything.
And
nowadays.
the grumpier you are, the more assholes you meet. So you guys gotta be, we have to be nice to people. Like the one lady I work with, one of my best friends at work. Good morning, everybody. It's everybody. And like the one guy, Charlie, he reached out to me. He's like, "You're not silent anymore." Like, because after we remote and then went back to the office, it was weird. We're like not supposed to be near each other, and like we were in our offices shutting the door. Like, it's just weird now.
Yeah.
And like he specifically like just asking me how I was doing like brought me out of my like, my skin. And it really, just somebody asking how you're doing and just checking in on each other is like super important. Like even you and I, like me saying like, you've been at my show in every spirit because every time I've hit you up, you've been like, something's going on or whatever. And it's not excuses. It's like, I'd love to, but like, like I said, you're a busy fucking man. You're shooting fucking music videos. Mandy, I'd love to come to your little fucking shindig. Well, I got bigger fucking fish to fry.
Now that's the other thing too, though. It's always like I do want to, like, because you've been performing with some like really cool people, so I just want.
So it's like I don't even want to see you at this point.
No, I do. Of course I do.
It's these big names that you're actually surrounded by.
I'm just impressed. I'm just like, my friend's really blowing the fuck up, and I'm like,
oh, that's very sweet.
No,
girls usually don't like hearing that they're blowing the fuck up, but I actually like hearing that.
Sorry about the phrasing. That's not what I meant.
She's fat. PH fat. Like Lil Kim.
Sorry.
I'm just being an ass. This is a comedy show. I try to make people feel like silly. That's the point. We try to let loose. Dan, I also wanted to talk about your like MO in high school. Like, what was your deal? Because like I was like I kind of didn't
high school.
I didn't fit in. Like I was kind of like a teacher's pet.
I don't honestly in high school I was like a loser.
Yeah, just like but like any friends? Just did you have a couple of homies
I had a couple friends, but for the most part, and this is really what's fucked up. I was like super medicated when I was in like that age.
Okay.
So like even growing up in that era was just like super weird for me. Like just I was so like in a daze, too much of it. So like high school for me, some of it's just like a blank.
Yeah, because there are medications that'll affect your memory and like things like that. And they're like giving them to these little kids.
They're giving them to kids all the time, and that was also, I was a kid when I was.
Yeah, and your parents. There's nothing wrong with that. Your parents brought you to the doctor and said this is what's gonna help, and that's like it's like
exactly.
This is like what's gonna do the trick. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Was he's complaining of whatever.
The doctors are just throwing darts at a board. That's what it is.
Right, and that's how kids get on like 7 medications, which is so fucked up. They're like, oh well, now they're gonna need this one to sleep, and this one to wake up, and this one to take shits, and this one to fucking get constipated. It's like, can't we just like maybe like give the kid some veggies so he fucking has a fibrous shit and get back to, and let's get back to the fucking root of the issue is that he's having issues paying attention in class because he's fucking bored with what you're saying.
Let's give them stool softeners and stool hardeners, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, he takes the stool hardeners at night to make sure it's nice and firm, and stool softeners in the morning to make sure by noon he has a nice healthy shit.
And now we have devolved into poop.
It always goes to shit. The show always goes to shit. But nothing wrong with. I've said fuck to Siri, and she said there's no reason to use that language. Is what Bonnie said. Bonnie's cursed like less than a dozen times on our entire show, and like I'm even bringing out the cursing in you. I'm like a sailor.
I'm pretty bad. Even on my own show, I try to because we.
You like have sponsors and stuff. You like actually are like a show.
We don't have sponsors.
Oh, but you do have like a reputation.
We do have we do want people.
Standards?
Yeah, we do want people to like come on our show and like sort of challenge themselves in terms of like, especially with rappers and stuff.
Oh yeah, not being able to curse. Like it's it's like you have to think about what you say.
Right. We actually can curse on the radio, but we don't like to like say that because we want people to think that it's like, oh yeah, it's like just like WNEW or any of the other stations.
Yeah, we're gonna bleep you out. But
WSHU.
That makes total sense just because then it at least monitors it. Like I was like saying, at least I'm gonna try to like curse less a couple times. Like we had Bonnie spraying me with a bottle like a cat every time, and it was funny because the one episode that we were doing it, Tony was my friend of mine. He was the co-host at the time with me and Bonnie, and he was like really like getting me going because he knows I'm gonna call you a fucking asshole at some point. And I was like, you are such a mean guy. But I really had to think of those words. Like those are really hard words to pull out.
It's hard. It's harder, especially when like you're dealing with somebody who's like really like
antagonizing you.
I wanted to say. I want to say antagonizing you, but at the same time, the only thing that I can think of is a Trump supporter. So it's like,
this is not the Wildflowers, Bonnie. Please, he loves Trump. He's just doing it as an act. Bonnie's like the biggest Trump fucking fan. But that's what's great about our show is that me, her, and the guests are always all different, but we can sit at a table and not talk politics and be real people together.
I don't like politics either. So
exactly. But the thing is, you being informed, you get sucked into politics because being informed is
I work for a politician. It's just at the end of the day, I feel like you're just catering to children. It's just bottom line.
Do you think they're trustafarians, like rich kids that don't get it? Like they don't understand the value of a dollar?
I think they worked for their position. I mean, I think most politicians work for their position and earn it. It's just, I think that there's a lot of shenanigans that go on.
Just like any job, which is silly.
No, that's the thing though. More so than any other career
that you've ever seen.
That I've ever seen. Has there ever been the type of shenanigans that go on?
You're talking about shenanigans, right? That place all this wacky shit on the walls.
Hey, Farva. No, listen.
So, like, just give me, all right, let's not say any names. This could be a previous employer.
Oh, no.
Just a shenanigan. Not shenanigans, just a shenanigan. Singular.
I'm not going to name any employers.
Nobody,
anything. God forbid. No,
nothing. Nothing. Just something that you made. This is fiction. Something that happened.
I will, though, so I'm going to name a truth. I'm going to name something that actually did happen. So just so it makes an example of what I'm trying to talk about. So many, many moons ago, there was a politician. I can't remember where exactly in New York, but there was a New York politician who got into trouble for bribing somebody for a contract. That's the type of shenanigans I'm talking about. Where else does bribery happen on this
In
type
the
of
U.S.,
on this basis?
like you go to like Mexico and you like bribe the police. Like there's places
Well,
where you like bribe
I
people.
guess I guess that's true. I've never been caught by Mexican police, thank God.
Me neither. I've
I
watched some cinema.
I can't comment on that. I don't know if Mandy's been ever arrested by Mexican police. Maybe she has. I don't know.
I know. I forget what was the DB Frick said I had a grifter spirit.
I dig that.
I actually applaud a grifter spirit.
I dig that. We're like bohemians, but in like
more of a gypsy, but we're not gonna steal from you type of way.
But we kind of are on Long Island, so it's like we're like
we have cars.
So it's like we're not we're like the
less nomadic.
I want to say like I guess that's what everybody's calling hipster nowadays or whatever. I freaking hate that type of thing.
Honestly, I'm not a hipster and I'm not a hippie. Hippies do not believe in violence. I believe certain people need to get their clocks clean. That means getting punched in the face to be taught a lesson.
I'm a total hippie. I'm like, I
don't hit me with a cup. Don't brandish a weapon.
Don't hit me with a cup. Pretty much. Don't throw things at my face. That's a good rule. That's a good rule to have.
Good rule of thumb, guys. This is all about morals, this show. Trump got paid $1 a year and can't be bribed. That's why Swan paid some, in my opinion. Bonnie adds in her opinion. This is true. Everybody's got an opinion.
Fun fact: the person I was talking about
was Donald Trump.
No, it wasn't.
No, I'm just kidding. It was his daughter.
It was actually a Democrat.
Ooh, okay.
So that makes things a little spicier.
It was someone on the blue team, guys.
So just so you know, both sides are.
Actually, they're both blue because cops are blue. So
it's just all messed up. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just
once you're in, it's like the comedians.
Blue
it's like
or red.
Once you're in.
Blue or red, it's all a shade of purple.
Well, the thing is, I think that they should. First of all, an elephant and a rooster. Okay, first of all, roosters are quiet.
Oh, it's a donkey. Donkey.
What'd I say, jackass? What'd I say?
No, you said a rooster.
Oh, that's okay. This is what I mean. Okay, so it's an elephant and a donkey.
You were right with the jackass stuff.
But they. Okay. So okay. All right. This is how little I know about politics. Okay. So one of the two fucking animals, it's an elephant, which is the Democrat, which is not.
No, the other way around. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be.
No. This is a lesson. I need to know this because this is a joke in here that I'm trying to get out. But I need the education behind it to fucking put the content together. All right. So the elephant's not quiet ever. And why are we portraying either side as a quiet being? Okay. And then the other one's a jackass. Who picked that? Did they get to pick the mascots for the other fucking sides?
I don't even know who. You know what? That's a good question. Who the hell picked donkey and elephant? I've never actually thought of that.
So they should just be roosters. They should just both be cocks.
I mean, they more or less. That's
different color cocks is what I think they should be.
All it is a bunch of yelling cocks.
Roosters. That's what my dad used to always threaten. My dad
not even roosters. Just a bunch of yelling penises.
Listen, my dad owned a condo, and they always hated him because my dad's obnoxious and not a rule follower. But he was reading the contract, and he's allowed to have a 2-legged pet. And my dad's like, a 2-legged pet? He goes, what would that be? And my dad's lawyer's like, a bird? And so anytime anything came up about my dad having hardwood floors, anything, my dad was like, I'm going to get a rooster. They're like, excuse me? He's like, in the contract, I'm allowed to have a 2-legged pet. You heard me. I'm going to get a rooster. I'll fuck this entire condo up. We'll just have a rooster in here every sunrise.
Oh my God. At least he didn't get because the only thing I'm thinking is he's going to go out and get an amputee dog. And that's. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's.
Oh, I love that you took it there. See, this is why you don't have comedians on your show, because the fucking more human you are and less comedic, the more funny you are to real humans. Because that's great. You're a step ahead of the game. You're gonna amputate a dog. Oh, the ones that already have the little wheelchair.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
talking about.
cute.
That's what I'm talking
Oh my
about.
god, I totally could have had one of those. A corgi with one of those.
That would have been like, oh hey, look at you. Well, he said 2 legs. Hey, here you go. He just happens
I'm not counting, but it looks like 2 legs to me.
2 legs. I don't think the wheels count.
That's fucking epic, dude.
It's
love
horrible.
it.
It's horrible. The poor puppies.
It's alright. They get little fucking wheelchairs. God bless them. Fucking rolling around. When you ever see, I've seen, like, because I unfollow fucking people who think they're journalists, I get, like, videos of people that are like, it's literally a puppy that it's his first day in one of those fucking things.
Oh my god.
How fucking great.
I feel like I'm in a Sarah McLachlan commercial if I see something like that. I would be so sad.
Oh no, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. You didn't know how to walk, you're just hopping around. Look at him rolling around now.
So sad.
So beautiful, god damn it.
I mean, yes, I would probably like
have a moment.
Smother that dog with a lot of love, probably. But at the same time, it's like,
come on, you're pitiful, you're fucking handicapped. You runt.
Oh, well, I would never say that to the dog. Oh my god.
You'd only think it?
Maybe.
You're already thinking about chopping a dog's leg off for fucking... No, but my buddy was not allowed to have pets in his complex, but he specifically is like he rest in power, Adam, love you to death, brother, but he specifically got a service dog just so that he could have the fucking dog. And he's like, people back then, like kids in the building, like want to pet the dog, and he's like, no, like he's like, the parents are like, no, you can't talk to the drunk guy, like,
my neighbor has a dog that you cannot go near because it's just super temperamental. It's like,
I'm afraid of dogs after my experience. I've had a fucking dog fucking go after me, and it's scary.
Your dog tried to like rape me pretty much. I'm gonna throw that one in there.
He was very sexually advanced for his age.
That was not the first time a dog's tried to rape me either, so it's like
not saying I'm anything special or
anything. Yeah, you know. But
but I've been pinned down by a dog or two.
But these boy dogs get incredibly horny.
Well, he was a fucking fag because he only liked men.
They're all fags. I don't want to say. I don't mean. Okay, first of all.
First of all, we mean fag in the nicest of terms.
First of all, I hate that term. I hate it.
I only use fag when my mom calls like stuff faggy, like tacky, like faggy, like is like lame.
My grandfather used to refer to my dogs as, in Yiddish they say fagala, so it's like, you know, it's basically the same freaking thing. But you might as well just call him a fag. But you know, and whatever.
So you're not okay with fag because of Grandpa calling the dogs fags?
No, the dogs were super gay. That's not even. He was on point with that actually. I mean,
that was a fact that he was stating.
I'm sorry, but my dogs, I've seen them hump each other before, and they were both boys at one point. You know, I mean, listen, I had a girl and a boy.
Now the other one identifies as a girl.
No. So that would be weird. No, I don't even know how I would explain that one.
I just did. You just tell people what pronouns to fucking use.
So, it's now she. No, no. So my I had a female dog when I was growing up.
Okay.
But later on, I had a male dog, and the male dog, whenever he saw other dogs, he would just, you know,
beef up.
The other dogs. So the thing was, he was snipped. You know what I mean? He didn't.
You know, it didn't have his old balls. No, and I think, well, that's the thing. My dog was a foster dog too, and that affects them.
Yeah.
It like
It does, but I think it's actually safer because, like, for some reason, there's something. I think they're like prone to like testicular cancer or something. Dogs are more prone to that than humans. So like, I don't know
I know
why.
humans cutting their ball off, even if it's prone to
Yeah, even
cancer.
if it is, it's I'm not.
Even if it's cancer, so like keep it.
Yeah, for real. No, no. So what happens is, um, this dog, my dog was snipped. Even still, though, when he was around other male dogs that weren't, he would sort of just take the humping. You know what I mean? And we were like,
Are you a bitch?
like what's going on here? Like, you're a boy dog. Like, what the hell? So,
Are you confused because you don't have your balls, sir?
like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess
It's
that
a
was,
dominance thing. It's all they're
but
all about pack
that was
animals.
another
It's
thing
like, yeah.
too.
That's why it's good to have two dogs, because one dog in the house, I realized that they were fighting. He was fighting for Glenn and I's attention. Whereas if it's two dogs, they understand that it's between the two of them. So
Right.
obviously, the humans are all
Right.
ahead of the game.
Right.
Like,
Which is, it's so weird too that.
they would even think that they're on our level,
But I will say that
or that we think we're on their level. But go ahead.
this particular dog though did. Listen, I love this dog. He was the best dog I've ever
We're
had.
not homophobic. We love the dog.
No, seriously, I love this dog. He was the best dog I ever had in my life.
Aw, what kind of dog?
I miss Snoopy all the time.
Snoopy. What kind of dog?
So he was a cockapoo.
Cockapoo. So what color was he? Like
So
a
to make
like
matters worse, he was a mixed breed of like two of the sissiest dogs that exist.
Oh, okay. So that's why it was back. He
mean,
didn't stand a chance.
It was kind of unfair for him in that sense, I guess.
Yeah, redemption song for Snoopy right now, because he had no balls. He was two of the gayest breeds on the planet.
Maybe he liked boys. I don't know. Maybe he actually genuinely liked boys. How the hell am I supposed to know?
We'll never know. Apparently, all dogs go to heaven, so we'll meet him up there.
I believe that.
And Danny's saying he's just submissive. Yeah, maybe he was just a sub. He was just a bottom.
That's what it is. He's just likes to take it. That's it. He didn't like to give it.
He's
he
a catcher. He's not a pitcher. It's all right. And Bonnie's saying female dogs are bitches. This is all true. Sean saying, hey, Robin. Hey, Shawnee, thank you for tuning in downstairs. Shawnee does. I always got to plug Shawnee. Majestic AF 845 is the YouTube channel you should subscribe to. Vets helping vets talk about mental health awareness and suicide prevention and just a bunch. He's basically the yin to my yang. My shit's all about comedy and being silly for an hour and having friends on, and then he literally has sometimes some of the same friends on and talks about how, because I was on his mission statement episode where we're talking about how I have anxiety and depression, and you would never know that if you just watched my show for an hour. Right. Because we're all very complex creatures here. Right. You know, there's so many dimensions of us.
This to me, this type of surrounding, this is my church. This is how I feel good about myself every week.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I go to the radio show, when I do things like this, that to me is just getting to express myself.
Yes.
It is the one thing in the week that I need. It's like it's release. It's like release, basically. It's like getting rid of all the bad shit that's going on. I don't pay attention to it anymore. You know what I mean? Any of the bullshit, any anxiety, any like stress that I've had throughout the week, this is what cures it.
You know, and it's funny. It is a therapy. Bonnie and I have always said that. We always say when it stops being fun, we'll stop doing it.
Yeah.
But we just continue to make it fun.
Yeah, God forbid it ever stops being fun.
Yeah, and if at that point you have to change the game. But the thing about it is, like, you have to being held accountable. It's like, I think of my dad talking about riding a motorcycle. He says that, like, when you're riding a motorcycle, you're not thinking about the bills you owe. You're not thinking about anything. You're thinking about not getting hit by a car. You're thinking about the wind in your face. It's like a meditative state.
Right.
Because you cannot be thinking about, oh, did I leave the oven on? You're like, no, I can't die right now. I need balance. And right now we're thinking about having a conversation and not cutting each other off.
So it's
As I
fun.
cut you off.
You're good. So it's funny that you say that. We also have another mutual friend, Matt. He surfs.
Yes.
So
he's gonna be my guest next week, actually.
Oh, okay,
because
good.
he's a little whore and wants to sloppy seconds after you. Now it's cool that you did it.
I saw that, by the way. No, I love the kid.
No, I love him too. He did have an open invite prior. Yeah, no, they both. I love these guys equally.
So he surfs. That's how I view this.
Right.
This is like surfing. You're in the zone.
It's absolutely, and beach is his church, and I will refer to the beach as my church because, like, my aunt posted something about how going into the ocean, you reset your frequency. We're all frequency. Glenn hates the beach. Glenn is like, it's sandy. Like, Glenn will take a dip, and you guys can hang at Longo's house on the fucking deck, and then me and Longo will be in the sand.
And I'll have like a margarita or something like frozen because it's like gonna be hot as balls, and I'm not gonna be in the water.
Yeah, Glenn's gonna want shade. I heavily do. I stay pale because I just don't want skin cancer.
I love and respect the water so much to stay away from it.
Oh, it's scary. You know, I grew up with a beach family, so like it's our church. I was taught to fear and respect the ocean and go with the tides and swim with the tides. And
it's not.
Yeah, and exactly. So you should be scared of the ocean because it's something to be feared. And like, I'm not afraid of animals in the ocean, but the tides will fuck you up, my friend. And
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. You got tired swimming, didn't you?
No, actually, I got when I was a kid. This is a fun story for everybody on the internet.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Jake's gonna love me for this one, or my mom, or anybody who's
This is bonus, by the way. We're post-hour right now. I love it.
This is real bonus. Oh boy.
Yeah, here we go.
I've told this story 1,000,000+ times too, so this is just gonna be like
bonus on air. I love it.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I say we got lost at sea. I always tell people this. Me and my brother got lost at sea. We didn't really get lost at sea, but we started getting caught into a riptide. So we were younger and we were...
What kind of vehicle were you on? You were just swimming?
Oh, boy. I have told you this story, haven't I?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so we were on a one of those stupid water trike things. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a paddle boat.
Oh, like two people battling? Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
So
10 Things I Hate About You. If anybody's seen it, yeah.
So it's like a big paddle boat with like wheels that go on the water.
But there's no like steering mechanism really. It's really just for like pond life.
That was really what pissed me off the most, was the fact that there is absolutely no steering really. It's just sort of like a handlebar that you have. And my brother, being, this was before...
The mug knocking fucking...
This was before that happened. This was years before that happened.
So we're still beating the shit out of each other at sea.
More or less. Well, not in the water, but we're still like at each other's throats all the time.
Yeah, it's not good to be fighting in a adrenaline situation.
Exactly. So, I was always the one to like... let him have it. You know what I mean? If he wants it, let him have it.
Yeah. You're the big brother. Just fucking have it. He's the little brother.
So he goes, I'm gonna steer.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, you steer.
It's not even worth fighting.
I start pedaling with him. I'm just staring at the water. The guy says, stick to the shore. My brother, being a little kid and an asshole, decides to go straight out into the water. And as we're pedaling out, all of a sudden this guy in a kayak comes by and he goes, hey, you guys, they're worried about you back on shore. You should go back. So we're like, okay, we're going to go back. So we start to turn around and we start to try and go back. That's when we realized we're so far caught in a rip current that we're just going to keep going out and out and out.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, you can't just now turn around and do a 180 and go in the other direction. Now you have to ride the wave that's underwater.
Which at which I'm going to say at like, I think I was like 15, which would make my brother like 12.
Yeah, so no frontal lobes, fucking complete, should not be on the water.
Two shitheads out in the water, and basically,
Could have died. Definitely
and
could have died. Could have
and
been worse.
more or less, yes. And then so we're pushing back, and all of a sudden, I feel the pedal on the thing, and it just goes flying off into the water, and I'm like, oh shit. Am I gonna have to like jump off the fucking trike and get the pedal from? Anyway, I look up and then there's this banana boat flying at us. I'm like really fast, and I'm like, okay,
Rescue time.
yeah. Well, kind of. I said, at least they can get me the paddle. I mean, at least they can get me the thing back.
That's how stupid you are at 15.
I'm
They'll
like,
just hand me the paddle. They won't even give me a ride back.
they'll give me the thing back so I could fix it, thinking I can fix it in the middle of the ocean.
With no tools on a shitty fucking
Oh my god!
craft.
Like I could just. Well, first of all,
Pop it back
this thing was just falling apart anyway. So I was just like, I just need to pop it back in.
It seems like it snapped right out perfectly.
And so this guy on the banana boat comes zooming out, and we're just in the middle of the water, and we see him like flying out. And we're like, okay, we gotta, now we're really in trouble. Like he's like.
Oh, because like almost authoritative.
Well, not quite at that point yet. The first time he came out, so he comes out a second time.
Wait a minute. So what was the first interaction?
The first interaction was, boys, everybody's really nervous about you guys.
Oh, so this is the same guy. Okay, all right. Now he's back.
So he's no, this is not the same. That was some guy in a canoe. That was some guy in a canoe.
That was just foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's like, everybody's nervous. Go back now. Okay, everybody's freaking out. Okay, I go back. So we try to go back, and
so you're pedal-less though.
Well, he grabs the pedal for me. So now
what a dick!
I'm holding the pedal in my hand.
Where are the adults in this fucking story?
So okay, so he goes back to the island, and my parents.
Yeah, they're still fucked out there.
More or less is how it must have gone. I don't know what exactly he said.
I don't know, your kids are fucking gonna die or some shit.
Yeah, they're just like stuck. So
I don't know, I took a trip around them twice. Their pedals off. I don't fucking know.
So basically he comes back, this time with my mother on board, and I see the face of the devil itself. And I'm like, I know that I'm dead. Like, I know I'm dead.
I wish we would just be lost at sea at this point. Because mom's on a fucking banana boat coming at me. Fucking
flying at me. And I'm like, oh my God. And I could just see it on her face. She's like, you're dead.
This just cost me money.
Like, no, like years of my life just went away. You're fucking dead.
Yeah, honestly, I just had so many heart attacks in my head.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, oh my God.
And you fucking owe me.
I do. I love my mom. Thank you, Mom, for
oh, you have such a great family. Oh, whenever you're posting and stuff, I know it's not fake. I know you have a really great family life. And
yeah. No, they always try and support me with everything, which is awesome.
That's great.
So I always like to shout out my parents, but this instant was one that my mom will never ever let me forget.
Oh yeah, every time. Remember that time you almost gave me a heart attack?
Oh my God. It was worse than that because my grandparents were on the cruise ship.
Oh God! So you got to kill your parents.
They were on the cruise ship.
Oh, this is a cruise ship that you went off.
So we were on a cruise ship.
This is a really bonus episode.
We were taking a cruise like through the Bahamas or whatever. I think it was
and then when you landed at an island, they let you do a fucking
excursion.
Yeah,
or whatever,
gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
So we're off on that's when we decided to do this, but all of a sudden the word gets back because it's a private island. It's owned by the boat company. So nobody else is on this island anyway. So it's not like everybody's freaking. Everybody knows what happened. The entire island,
This is their only source of income.
island knows that 2 boys got caught out in the
The
middle of the
Offner
water.
brothers lost a pedal.
So somehow, the word gets around to my grandparents, whom I either were eating or on the boat gambling or something like that. Somebody told them, "Oh, did you hear about those 2 boys that got lost at sea? They got in trouble."
Oh
When
my
they
god.
found out it was us, they were like, "Oh my god!" Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
They're
and
like,
and also you're like defaming the family name, Jewish guilt. We'll end
so
on that.
I mean, it was
Thank God everybody lived.
interesting. We did have some scary moments where I was like, "Hey, let's head towards the rocks," which was like stupid, but
But like land.
like now that I'm thinking about it, it the direction of it would have been sideways, so it would have gotten us out of the riptide.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm right.
I'm not saying I'm right, but it would have gotten us out of the rip current. Um,
So
having said that, it does not defeat the fact that we were stuck, and yeah, my mom will never let me live that down. When we got back to shore, she looks at us and she's like, "You boys are spending the rest of the day on land," and I'm like, "Okay,
you're like, yeah, no
okay.
problem, dude. I just fucking
Okay, can I never follow Jake into the line of fire again? Like, that was really bad. Because that was really where things went wrong.
Don't let your little brother steer is the moral of the fucking story.
Like, everything was going good up until that point. It was a nice vacation up until that point.
You guys ruined everything. Typical.
We're good at that.
That's everything though. My mom was like blaming my little brother at the fucking for ruining the dishwasher. I'm like, you do know he's a fucking 17-year-old kid. He's gonna either be like crashing cars or breaking windows or like you're gonna be spending money somehow, dude, on this kid. Like, you broke your fucking dishwasher, dude. Cheaper than a car.
I do not envy anybody who has to deal with anybody that age though.
Oh, I'm not having kids because they grow up. And then they have little convictions like me, and it's not good. Those motherfuckers are no joke.
Fact.
But thank you,
No problem.
Dan. Seriously, awesome fucking guest. Taz, a residential artist, thank you for tuning in. Danny, thank you for tuning in. Dan Romanos, saying great show. We got laughter going off. Either they're laughing at each other or they're laughing at us. Maybe if you've been lost at sea, tell us about it. Dan's gonna get me all his tags.
Oh my god.
And we're gonna all promote each other. That's what this shit is about. You know, getting everybody, supporting everybody's passions. Because with everything that we do, your church, your podcast is completely different than my podcast. You know what I mean? You're talking to completely different guests. You're talking to, you know, it's totally different. And then you get to come and see my setup.
Oh my god! And I have a podcast too. You're gonna hate me for that. I have a separate thing.
No,
also.
let's hear it.
Oh no, I've been doing that. So
I'm gonna hate you. Why? I'm a podcaster.
Because on top, I've been doing it on top of the radio show. So that actually has been something in addition to that. So it's just been me, and it's been one-on-one interviews that I've been doing on my phone. Basically, it's not really like on my phone, but I'll like call people up. It's cool because
so it's just audio.
It's just audio, but that's the cool part is that
some people like that.
But the best part is I'm able to do it with people all over the country at any time.
Yeah.
Whenever they're available. So
that's great. That's really great, you know?
Because I know, especially with musicians, especially with artists, especially maybe with comedians, I'm going to say...
No, we're all prima fucking donnas. Yeah, we're all prima fucking donnas.
So everybody's got a scheduling issue. Everybody's got a schedule.
Even best friends for life. No, but even friends, you know, it's hard to get together. And like one of the things that I'm going to leave you with this, one of the things a therapist told me once, she's like, get it on the fucking board. Get it on the schedule. When Dan and I say, let's hang out, it's like, all right, let's fucking book it like it's a podcast. Yeah. Let's put a date on it like it's a podcast because or else it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because or else like Saturday's going to come by and it's going to be like, oh, now they're like, and, like, I'm someone who, like, Glenn's like, what are we doing this weekend? And I'm like, nothing, right? Like, I don't want to have to put on, like, any pants. Like, I mean, pajama pants, obviously. I don't walk around the place with pants and pantless. But, like, I don't want to, like, do anything. And his whole thing is, like, we need to do stuff. And I love that he drags me out and shit. But like, you need to put it on the board or it won't happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a slave to the Google Calendar.
Yeah, and it's good because I'm like we schedule our life away, but like but you can also schedule in. This is Dan's night to fucking meditate, listen to records, and not deal with people.
Oh yeah, for
this
sure.
is my fucking
That stuff I actually leave off the calendar because that's my every other moment of my life that I don't have something scheduled
away. Exactly. But you got to make time for yourselves. You got to make time for your friends. Get it on the calendar because like it just won't happen. Like unless you fucking like, oh, I want to see you, I want to see you, I want to see you. So like, let's just set a date now. Let's just if it's in 3 months.
You hear that, Zane?
Yeah, Zane,
if you're watching this,
I'm coming, Zane, because it's not fair that he has to come to New York again. We're seeing him.
I've been telling him for like a few weeks now that I've been planning. I want to plan something out where I'm going to Big Sky. I want to do it.
He told me to come when it's not snowing so that he could show me the nicest view.
Well, see, yeah, but when does it not snowing? That's the question.
When you live on the top of a mountain, when is it not snowing? Would you just not want to see us? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, basically, he just wants to hibernate.
When it's not snowing, you guys should totally come.
I will say this though, I remember there was some snowstorms in Montana like 2 years ago that I saw a video of, and I was like, "Holy shit! Is Zane dealing with this?" And so I texted him.
Is this the entire state of Montana?
I texted him like all these videos and shit. I'm like, "Yo, be safe." And like he's like, "Thanks, man, but like I'm not driving through this shit."
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
And it was just like cars skidding like for miles. I was like, Jesus.
You're like, I hope that fucking Southern bumpkin's not fucking trying to drive in this weather.
He was like, Montana's a big open state. I'm like, I'm sure it is. Now that I've seen this car just skid halfway through the whole state.
Now I know exactly how long that fucking that state is. Oh my Lord. But we're gonna end this because I want to chill with you off air. I want to talk real talk without these weirdos in the room with us watching
the unpublic.
The unpublic weirds.
Which is probably the better conversation.
No, you know what? We love you guys. Like I said, Taz, a residential artist, the Colonel, Shawnee Jose Legier, who does Majestic AF 845. That's on. Subscribe to it on YouTube. Subscribe to Mandy Jones, the comedian, on YouTube. And also, Dan is doing a fuck ton of stuff. We're going to show you the video he produced, music video he produced. We're going to show you fucking every tag that you should be following. More podcasts. This is the Calamity fucking Jones hour. We run it for an hour and 15 minutes because it's the what the fuck we want to do here.
Calamity.
It's Calamity, An hour, what is an hour? It's an hour and 15 minutes if I want it to be. It's 58 minutes sometimes.
You don't know.
We got a bonus 15 minutes, and I love the story about his mother being the devil. Not because she's the devil, just because...
No, I love my mom.
No, I know. We got it. The take-home's got to be silly.
I mean, everybody has a weird relationship with their mother, you know what I mean?
It's part of being born. It's our original sin.
Unfortunately, you got to deal with who you deal with.
Who you came out
You're
of.
Stuck with who you with.
You're stuck with who you came out of, unfortunately. We're going to end on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Dan, thank you for being a fucking delight.
Thank you.
I'm going to hug you. Can we hug?
Yes.
Fucking hug. Yes. Good fucking shit, people. We love you so much. Keep it real. Keep coming back. Love it. Be good.